You know that feeling, right? That sense that your life is kind of running on a loop. This comfortable, but I don't know, somehow hollow routine. You wake up, you commute, you work, you eat, you sleep. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know the drill. And for the most part, we just go along with it. It's easy enough. Our assumptions about life just kind of work. But then it happens. Out of nowhere, the whole thing can suddenly feel strange, arbitrary even. And that one little question pops into your head. Why? For Albert Camus, this is where everything begins. That moment of weariness, that's the dawn of what he called absurd awareness. And the man who spent his life exploring this feeling wasn't some stuffy academic sitting in an office. His philosophy was forged in the fire of a really difficult and intensely lived life. I mean, just look at this. He was born into poverty in Algeria, lost his dad in World War I, and then his dreams of being a professional soccer goalie were totally crushed by tuberculosis when he was just 17. He knew struggle. He stared death in the face. He fought the Nazis as part of the French resistance. And yeah, he went on to win a Nobel Prize. His ideas didn't come from a textbook. They were born in the real world. See, he wasn't a philosopher of the ivory tower. He was a philosopher of the sun and the sea. His ideas came from real, lived experience, from this fierce love for being alive, and from asking the absolute hardest questions about what it means to be human in a world that can feel pretty inhuman. And that brings us to his core idea, the absurd. Now, this doesn't mean life is silly or makes no sense. For Camus, the absurd is something very specific. It's the collision. It's this head-on confrontation between our deep human need for answers, for meaning, and a universe that just gives us nothing. Okay, let's really break this down. On one side, you've got us, humanity. We're crying out with these huge questions. Why are we here? What's the point of all this? Is there any kind of cosmic justice? And on the other side, the universe just responds with complete and total silence. The absurd is born right there, in that gap between our questions and the lack of answers. Camus just nailed this feeling, this deep ache inside all of us. We long for a world that makes sense, logically and morally, even when we're staring a world right in the face that, well, clearly doesn't. So, what's the move? What do you do? If you can't find the meaning you're so desperately looking for, how are you even supposed to live? This is the huge question the absurd forces us to deal with. And Camus frames the problem with this incredibly stark, almost shocking clarity. But listen, for him, the immediate danger isn't necessarily physical suicide. He's way more interested in another kind of escape, one that's a lot more common.